Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Did you know that there are 6,236 ayahs in the Quran, and only 110 to 130 ayahs from those 6,000 are actually about the worships? So what about the rest of them? 1,504 ayahs to approximately 1,735 ayahs are all about the mannerism, characteristics, and how you conduct yourself and your relationship between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you and the people, how you conduct yourself in this and as a member of the society, you with your friends, with your neighbors, your families. And the remaining are just literally the stories to emphasize all the points and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to conduct yourself as a Muslim. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that the heaviest items on the scale on the day of Qiyamah are good manners and good characteristics. So just as good manners are heaviest in the day of Qiyamah, bad manners are heavy on your scale of bad deeds on the day of Qiyamah. So the lying, the cheating, the fraud, the dishonesty, the backbiting, the hatred, the anger, the annoyance, the arrogance, the racism will not be so enjoyable to see on your scale on the day of Qiyamah. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked the Sahabas one day a question: how do you define what is a definition of a bankrupt person? Simple answer: a bankrupt, somebody who does not have money. Simple. The Prophet ﷺ has come as a mercy to mankind. He's here to teach us and to nurture us to be better Muslims in this dunya, so we attain ultimate happiness in the day of Akhirah. So he did not talk about money at that point. He's not talking about economics. He's not talking about the financial system. He's talking to you about what does bankruptcy really mean in an Islamic manner. And so the Prophet ﷺ defined what a bankrupt person is. A bankrupt person, as defined by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a person who comes on the day of Qiyamah, he's done his salah, he's done his zakah, he's done his hajj, he's done his worship, or she, okay, they've come full of worship. However, they have sworn, they've attacked, they've killed, they've stolen, they've been dishonest, they have they spoke about people behind their backs, and where possible, fraudulently took somebody's money. Now, in the day of Qiyamah, there are no currency but your good deeds and bad deeds. And so, all that salah, all that zakah, all that sadaqah, all that hajj, all that worship, all that qiyam, all that dua, good deeds will be given to that person whom you have wronged in the dunya. You've lied to this person, your good deeds go to that person. You have cheated that person, from your good deeds goes to there. And slowly, your balance of good deeds goes down, but then you've still amassed all of that bad deeds, all of that injustice that you've caused, all that trouble that you've caused, all that misery you've caused. That bad deeds are there, right? That's outweighing your good deeds. So it looks like you're going to hell now. This is looking serious here, right? And then there's still people who you have wronged, and then all your good deeds have been given away to that person. It's not really looking nice now, is it? It's not really funny anymore. That all that lying, all that cheating, all that victory that you had over the poor people, all that sort of scheming and that laughter that you got away with it in the dunya, not really funny anymore, because you see where your good deeds are being given to those people. Nothing. Balance of good deeds, zero. Balance of bad deeds, up to the skies. But there are still a few people whom you've still wronged, and there's no good deeds to give to them. Well, guess what? Their bad deeds get topped up onto your scale. 1, 2, whatever it is, will be topped up onto your scale. So your scale of bad deeds will just go heavier and heavier. Bet you'd regret that lie. Bet you'd regret at that moment that scheming that you're doing. Bet you'd regret at that moment, why was it worth it? Bet you'd regret sending that email message, threatening somebody, blackmailing somebody. You had your little laugh in the dunya. Not really worth it, is it? That picture, that video, that thing that you threatened somebody with, or that weakness that you took advantage of in the dunya. Not so cool now, is it? And then what's left? A whole scale full of bad deeds with no good deeds. Hellfire. I was talking one day to a builder. We had a builder, but then the whole topic about Islam got picked up. We used to live in East London, so you can see that there's a larger community of Muslims there. And the builder said to me, "What is it up with you Muslims?" What? Taken aback with that statement. Now he's talking about the entire religion now. Let's just rein it in a little bit. What's wrong with us Muslims? He goes, you can't smile. You're just so angry. You're so like nobody's smiling in your religion. What's up with this part of your religion? That's true. And I went to the place where he was talking to me about, and he said, he named a particular place. And I thought, yeah, they're not smiling here. Maybe they had a rough day. Maybe they had a bad day. But they're on their way going to the mosque. I can say maybe it's khushu' and waqar, but all the time, man. Come on, sadaqah. That smile, sadaqah. Doesn't take much. And people are judging you by the smile. If the World Cup's in Qatar is anything to go by, people's mannerism and character is what brought people into Islam. And I hate it, and I absolutely hate it when I see after a prayer, after a madrasa, and all the kids from the madrasa are being shepherded in a true sheep style, where the imam, the qari, the hafiz there, who's meant to show them what the characters and the mannerisms of the Quran is. You just sat down with them for an hour showing them what the beauty of the Quran is and the characteristics and mannerisms that is expected of you as a Muslim reading this Quran. And in the minute they put the Quran aside, none of that's existent. Where is that Quran that you just read? Where is that manner? Where is that idea? Where is those ayahs that you just read to your students? Why can't you exemplify that? Why can't you show them in real life what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to show them or teach them? So when you see this imam just shouting at the kids and telling them, like, yes, kids are kids, but there's a Quranic way of dealing with people. There is a way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to do. Or worse, you get these brothers who justify stealing from others because they are non-Muslim. No, man, that's not what Islam says. There was an incident where a Sahabi actually stole a shield, but then when he realized he's going to get caught, he threw the shield over to his neighbor, who happens to be Jewish, thinking that, Islam will always be just to the Muslim and not to the Jewish, right? But Islam's just. And in the end, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that that person, he's not right in what he just did. So justice is not, and so as a Muslim, justice applies to everybody, regardless of their creed, regardless of their religion, regardless of their faith. You just got to be just. That's the characteristic and mannerism of a true Muslim. Or even worse, imams who are the pillars of the community, people who are most knowledgeable in Islam, people who are there preaching about Islam. They go and stand up on their platforms, either politicizing the platform or B, causing disconnect between members of the society. Oh, that group is this, or that group is this group is this, and we are the chosen ones, and we are the best people, and then causing this connect between members of the society, whereas their job as a true da'iyah to Islam is to bring people together, to bridge the gaps between people and bring them together. Ta'alu ila kalimatin sawa. This is about Muslim and non-Muslim. So imagine when it comes to Muslim and another brother Muslim meant to be bridging the gap, what kind of picture or image or character that you are portraying of the Quran, you being a hafiz, and then you stand on the platform and you tell people that you are better than others. Not really Quranic, is it? Okay, it's all well said, right? So you told me about these differences. You told me that the Quran is the way that I should be followed. But you know what? I'm telling you, in today's life, it's a little bit challenging to become a true Muslim. And I'm here to tell you that it is possible for you to be a true Muslim. You are a true Muslim. And the thing is, you can't be 100%. I understand and I agree with you. You're not the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we'll never reach the level of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but we can strive to be the best version we can. You do a sin, something will happen, repent, istighfar. You do something wrong, do something right after it. Fix your mistakes between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first, and you and that person that you have wronged. Well, I can't really face them because it's really tough. Well, okay, do something for that person that will sort of balance out the wrong that you've done towards that other person. And if you're not doing it for anybody else but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then that's enough. You're doing something out of your comfort just for the sake of pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees that you are trying to better yourself and correct yourself, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you immensely. Surely being a 60% Muslim is better than nothing. And slowly, once you start taking that one step, the second 2 steps, the 3 steps, the 4 steps, picking up the Quran, doing the istighfar, doing the sadaqah to outweigh or to sort of balance out the wrong that you've done in your life, and you'll find that your path will be paved towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you'll find suddenly you're a better Muslim. Your salah will change, your sadaqah, your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will change. You just need to take that step. You just picked up the Quran, you say, okay, here's a manner, here's a characteristic, I'd like to portray that, and work on yourself. It's not easy going into Jannah. It will require a lot of hard work, it will require some dedication, but try it. I'm not here claiming that I am an angel, by no means, but I'm on a journey, and this is why this channel's there, to sort of almost document and sort of hold myself accountable towards bettering myself, and inshallah sharing this message at the same time. So, little homework. Let's try to be versions of the Quran within our lives. It's not easy. You might be struggling. You might struggle, but let's just try our best in doing whatever we can to be better Muslim, better versions of ourselves, so that we can be versions of the Quran walking in our society and wherever we are. I hope you find this message useful in some way or shape, inshallah ta'ala. Don't beat yourself about not being a perfect Muslim yet. You are, and trust me, you probably are. But you're just a harsh judge on yourself. But now, wherever you are, draw that line and start bettering yourself on that, because ultimately there's a Jannah at the end of it. So it's worth every sacrifice you do. Until next week, I bid you all farewell. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Oh, and just might be useful.